Ladies and gentlemen, I am Joshua Boston, and here are your final results of the Bank of America Roval 400. For the sixth time this season, a victory goes to Kyle Larson for his second Roval win. Second was Matt Kenseth, third to Jeff Gordon, Brad Keselowski was fourth, fifth to Chase Elliott, Greg Biffle finished sixth, seventh was Ty Dillon, Joey Logano finished eighth, David Reagan was ninth, and Ryan Blaney was 10th. 11th went to Kyle Petty, 12th was Bernie Lamar, 13th to Josh Berry, Denny Hamlin was 14th, Michael McDowell was 15th, 16th to AJ Allmendinger, 17th was Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Jimmy Johnson finished 18th, 19th was David Gilliland, and Dave Marcus was 20th. 21st, Matt DiBenedetto, Martin Truex Jr. 22nd, 23rd to Kevin Harvick, 24th, Mark Martin, Ryan Newman finished 25th, Kurt Busch was 26th, Corey LaJoie got 27th place honors, 28th to Clint Bowyer, Steve Park 29th, and Timmy Hill was the last car in the lead lap, finishing 30th. Carl Edwards 31st, 32nd to Danica Patrick, and 33rd to Austin Dillon, the last car on track. The rest of the field all crashed out. Bubba Wallace 34th, Dario Franchitti 35th, 36th Ty Gibbs, 37th Tony Stewart, and 3 laps into the race, Cruz Ramirez finishes 38th and dead last after a blown engine puts her out. Your top 20 in the point standings after Charlotte now look like this. Kyle Larson maintains the points lead by now 25 over Chase Elliott and 49 over Kyle Petty. 54 back is Matt Kenseth in 4th, Jeff Gordon is 82 back, Ryan Blaney 111 back, Denny Hamlin 132 back, Jimmy Johnson is 8th, 192 back, 195 back is Mark Martin, and Ty Gibbs rounds out the top 10, 201 out of the lead. 211 back is Martin Truex Jr., 221 back Ricky Stenhouse Jr., David Reagan 227 back, 229 back Steve Park, Joey Logano 264 back, Josh Berry is 16th, 340 back. 372 back are both Brad Keselowski and Tony Stewart. 19th is Carl Edwards, 381 back, and Bernie Lamar rounds out the top 20, 447 points out of the lead. The coverage of the Bank of America Roval 400 has been brought to you under an exclusive media license granted by the Charlotte Motor Speedway to NBC Sports and the Performance Racing Network solely for the private non-commercial use of our listening and viewing audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the accounts or descriptions contained in these broadcasts without the express written permission of NASCAR and its broadcast partners is strictly prohibited. Play-by-play on NBC were Lee Diffie, Steve Letarte, and Jeff Burton. Play-by-play for PRN were Mark Garrow and Doug Rice. Your turn announcers for PRN were Nick Yeoman, Mark James, Doug Turnbull, Rob Albright, and Pat Patterson. Pit reporters for NBC were Marty Snyder, Dave Burns, and Kim Kuhn. PRN's pit reporters were Wendy Venturini, Brad Gilly, and Brett McMillan. Your pre-race show host on NBC was Marty Snyder, and the Performance Racing Network's pre-race show hosts were Mark Garrow and Doug Rice. Now, on behalf of all of the fans at Charlotte, everybody at the Performance Racing Network, and NBC, I'm Joshua Boston. Once again, we congratulate Kyle Larson on his 6th win of the season, and he gets it at the Charlotte Roval. Up next, it's the South Point 400 in Las Vegas, only on NBC and on PRN, the Performance Racing Network.